Today, I'll share with you 5 truths I've learned about tinnitus, coaching hundreds of people. And I want to share with you the grain of truth. And the sooner you understand these 5 truths, the better you're going to get at habituating to your tinnitus. Welcome. My name is Tinnitus Coach Frieder. I was born deaf in my left ear. I've had a hearing aid and a severe high-pitched tinnitus for the last 16 years now. I'm also the founder of mytinnitus.club, my online 12 weeks program for tinnitus habituation. And in today's video, I want to talk about the 5 biggest tinnitus misconceptions that keep many people stuck, even for years, and what you can do in order to habituate and get better with your tinnitus. So, the first truth that most people have to get acquainted with is tinnitus is not your problem. Your reaction to your tinnitus is the problem. And I really can't stress this often enough, and I can't put it often enough, that tinnitus is a neutral sound. The suffering comes from the brain's interpretation of the sound. And, you know, if we say it in ACT terms, we become fused with the thoughts that tinnitus is terrible and that we can't live our life as long as the sound is there. And what habituation teaches us is that we stop constantly checking for the sound. So the tinnitus might still be there, but we stop constantly checking for it, right? And here's truth number 2, which is very, very important as well. And I like to call this a personal favorite. You don't have to mask your tinnitus. You don't have to escape your tinnitus. And you also certainly do not have to fight your tinnitus. Because all of these common relief traps, like white noise or depending on other sound therapy forms, endless uses of certain supplements and searching and Googling what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing, obsessive Googling of certain stories, that's not helping you any further. You don't need to be in control of the sound itself. Just your thoughts, emotions, and your response to it. And this really is one of the biggest shifts and most important shifts, where we kind of introduce the ACT program in our 12 weeks tinnitus habituation course, where we don't really promise you a cure. We don't give you another ability array of sound therapy options, but we help you retrain your brain to let go of the fear and the struggling with tinnitus, so that eventually it can just simply be a sound without you constantly having to struggle against it. And let's go to truth number 3. Truth number 3 is that spikes are absolutely normal. Spikes are by no means a sign that something is wrong with you or that you're failing in your tinnitus habituation journey. And fluctuations are incredibly common for everyone, right? In healing anxiety or physical injury, it's never linear, right? You're not always going from one step to the next. And you never have progress as a straight line. Your nervous system is learning one thing, it's learning that something is a threat, and then you have to unlearn. So the importance for you to grasp that, habituation is a natural curvature, up and down kind of thing, where your brain only, if you practice the right strategies, to learn that your tinnitus is not dangerous. And every single spike, I always say this to my people, every single spike is the opportunity for practice, and that's what builds resilience and confidence, that even with the presence of your tinnitus and the presence of all of these terrible thoughts and feelings, you can still live your life in the way that it is most valuable for you. Well, let's do truth number 4. Truth number 4 is everyone's path looks absolutely different, but the process works exactly the same. So there are no 2 people who will exactly experience the same thing. And therefore there is no one-size-fits-all solution. There is no only the sound therapy or only that stuff will work. But there is a super important thing that, the overall process can be tailored to the individual. And I've made this success story and I've had published these success story videos here. For example, Rick, who was medication dependent on anti-anxiety medication, and he joined our program, and within a few months he got significantly better, claimed his life back, and many other people are saying the same about our program. So you can check it out in the success stories page that we have here on the YouTube channel as well. And with the right framework, support and patience, your brain will slowly but steadily learn that it doesn't have to constantly obsess about the tinnitus in this particular way, but that it can, create a little bit of space around your reaction to tinnitus, and therefore it stops constantly checking. So the next final fact is you can learn to tune tinnitus out, even if it is loud, 100%. I recently had the question here, is habituation possible for everyone? Habituation is possible even if the sound never goes away. We have to stop the notion that only when tinnitus is gone we habituate. The limbic system, the part in our brain that is responsible for thoughts and emotions, and the opportunity for the brain, the neuroplastic probabilities of the brain mean that you're absolutely not broken. You just stop in a loop of constant anxiety reaction. And that is something we can absolutely learn to exit. And you're not even dependent on your tinnitus not being there, because that would be the false promise. Right? If I would say to you, like, only if your tinnitus is gone will you get better and will you be able to habituate, then that is false. You will absolutely habituate, and the tinnitus and the perception of tinnitus goes down as you work on the thoughts and feelings, not on the tinnitus itself. These are the 5 truths that I wish every single tinnitus sufferer knew. The thing that I can only tell you from personal experience is you're not crazy, and you're absolutely not doomed to suffer forever from this condition. You can see me as a deaf person and single-sided hearing aid and tinnitus. It takes some time, it takes some understanding and some connecting and some tools to put into place, and a supportive space if you find that. So I'd love to guide you through a couple of resources that I have to you. If you want to take this further and take the next step, then there's a link below here where you can get my free 4-day email course. So it's a free 4-day Habituation Basics email course that teaches you the basic core components of my ACT program and the foundations towards tinnitus relief, and you can sign up using the link below, or I invite you directly into our 12 weeks online program where you get our amazing benefits of self-paced access, weekly group coaching, and people from all over the world who learn to go from bothersome to non-bothersome tinnitus and habituate. I hope that these 5 myths and hacks that everyone who suffers from tinnitus should be knowing. I hope that you can take care of your nervous system a little bit more throughout the day. I hope that this helps you get a little bit closer to your step to habituation. You know where to find me and my program if you feel like you need a little bit of more help and support. I thank you very much for tuning into the channel. It helps me a lot if you leave me a comment what you thought. What did you think about these different little facts and myths on tinnitus? And then I would be super grateful to see you in the next video. Thank you very much, and see you then. Goodbye.